that's been the old cry of everybody. You know, that's why people get down on their knees and pray to God and everything. I want, I want, I want. Again, we're at that point. It's not about wanting. Forget all that. Forget what you want. Learn to see what's taking place with life. Learn to see it, and then it's positioning yourself. So yeah, it's like if you want to travel somewhere, first of all, what do? Just get on a bus and a plane and just take off. It's like, oh, I want to go over here. No, you actually start to see. It's like even if you don't know where you're going, you start to see something. You want to kind of see something to give you an idea of, you know, where you're going to go. So it's not a matter that you want something with life, okay? The idea is to gradually, like you grew up as a child to where you are now, this very moment, this is what you're aware of, this is what you know, and you have to be real with that. You have to be very real. So if you want to be more aware, well, awareness is seeing and being, okay? But with the mind and the five bodies, that's like a filing cabinet. That takes in information. You see the difference between the two. So if you want to become more aware, then you learn to see how to become more aware. It's not about wanting it, because again, this is the isness. It already is. It's not something, see, when you say that, I want this or I want that, you're talking about creation. Yeah, I want to get the funding with the bonds and do things. See, I'm referring to creation there, you see? And you don't mix the two. Yes, I have the awareness to do it, but I'm talking about creation. So you don't use creation, you don't use the ideas you have in creation to see and be with your real awareness, because they're two different things. So you have to let the mind go and all that and learn to see and be the position that you want. And it takes time to recognize that. Just like when you were a little child. Oh, maybe you were 5, 6 years old and you wanted to drive your dad's car, you know, but the body was little, you didn't have the awareness to do it. It took you time to grow into that, a step at a time. It took you years. So you are the decider. You can have the intent to have whatever you want, whatever position with life you want, because it already is. And the same with creation. You know, you want to earn money to buy a car. Well, you get it today. The idea is to get a job, you earn money, and you get the car. Well, it takes a while to do that. So you see how to do it. It's in the seeing. It's not in the wanting. I hear this all the time. Oh, I want this. I want God realization. Paul went through the same thing. It doesn't happen like that. It's not about wanting. See, that's the old begging God or an authority idea that, oh God, give me, you know, give me this, give me that. It's not about that. You learn to see it. So an example is, I look at the sun. What I see is sincerity, but I've changed it to sincerity, because it's not a sin, it's sincerity. And that's what I see, and that's how I position myself. I see myself sincere, and I just be it, and I just position myself. I see it, I be it, and as I do, I become more aware of the reality that I've decided, you see? So it's up to you to see it. It's not up to me. I've given you the references. I've given everybody the references. Nothing's up to me. It's all up to you. You have the references now, you see? You do it. It's up to you. It's up to you to take care of your personal life, your awareness, etc. The guidance is there. And step at a time, you'll be shown certain things. You'll be given hints. But it's up to you to see it and be it, you see? And that's huge. That's huge. I see it as I'm just like a little dot, like a little flea. And life is endless. And this is so cool. It's not about freedom. It's about endlessness. It's endless, endless awareness. All life is awareness, and it already is. We're not creating it. You don't create life, you create things in creation. That's as far as it goes. And it all applies. Everything applies. Nothing is negated. But awareness, that's something you have to recognize. You know about it, but it's up to you how you're going to go about to recognize it. Yeah, as you become involved, you see, people think that, oh, I'll go to this seminar and I'll listen to the master and I'll hear their words and, oh, okay, I got it. I got the knowledge. Well, unless you do something with it, you got nothing. You got a bunch of information. You got a bunch of words. That's all it is, a bunch of words. It's when you do something with it, creating the action, and you need creation to create that action to give you a reference as to something, and then you learn to see what's real compared to that something that you've created, and that helps you become more aware too. You see, it's a constant process. I do that too. You learn the process of how it works. The old way was you negated creation. Oh, it's bad. We're not going to have sex. We're not going to drink alcohol. We're not going to eat meat. We're not going to whatever. You see, it's not about that. So when people have their attention on all that thing, that we're not to do that, that's blah, 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 and that's fine. But that's not it. That's not it. You see, no, it's the new nowness. This is it. And so recognizing that, but you got to figure out all the parts. You have to face creation, figure that out. You have to learn to recognize your real awareness. You might say figure that out, but that is seeing and being. That's recognition. That's not figuring it out. And then from there, you decide to recognize the real universes and the all is and its view, okay, etc. So those are all decisions that only you can make, because now you have the knowledge. Just like when you buy a new car, you've got this little booklet about the car. You got the booklet, you got the car. Now you decide when you're going to drive it. That's why you bought the car, right? Why did you come here? You see, you've read the book, you do the NUUU. Why did you come here? Well, now you know that the reality of it is not with the presentation. The presentation is necessary, but you're not going to find the so-called answer that you want in the presentation. You're only going to find it through recognizing what we're referring to. That's the difference, you see. So this is where it's easy for people to, use an idea like God, create it as an authority in their minds, and then worship it. They're just worshiping an idea in their mind that they created, that they agreed to. Doesn't matter who created it, the next guy or you, it's still a creation. It's the same thing. It's just an idea. And then you worship this idea. Where in the hell does that go? It doesn't go anywhere. It's like, duh. But we've all went through this, and now we know life is an endless isness to be recognized. Yes. That's the fun part. Okay? And you can do this.